Why, hello everyone, Sean here, and today it's going to be the classic format of the channel update slash look back on January in this case. As always, we just, sit down and I talk about what I did for January, right, for real life stuff, in between, and also what we did for January for the YouTube channel as well. So, and as always, I will definitely talk about some things that are in store for February. So that is the drill of things as always, and sit back and thank you very much for tuning in once again and for the continuing support. I must remind as a little thing, I guess I've been doing this as along with the other YouTubers as well as of late. Well, that is to, don't forget to like and subscribe, right at the beginning. It could be annoying for some people, but I do apologize for that. And that's just the way of things, and it does make sense from a more practical standpoint, so that's why I do this. And yeah, so I mean, a lot of other YouTubers do that as well. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and really appreciate it, guys. So let's start this off with January as a whole. So far, it's definitely been turbulent. Definitely for me, and I guess everywhere else, especially the stock market of all places, right? But before I get into that, I just wanted to just get this said once again. But January was definitely a tough month to get through. Definitely during the first 2 weeks, anyway. This channel was on a break of sorts, because of a tragic passing of a family member of mine. And that was my dad. So unfortunately he passed away due to the coronavirus, and made a video about it and stuff like that. But once again, just to bring it up once again, and just wanted to let everyone know that I'm okay. And I just wanted to thank everyone again for the very heartwarming words and support and comments that I got along my way across the internet, and I really wanted to give my appreciation for that. Very heartwarming and very helpful to help me get through the pain, I guess, and the hardest part of trying to accept the situation of things. It definitely was a grim time during those 2 weeks. And so again, I really do appreciate you guys' patience, and also the deepest condolences and stuff like that, and everything in between. So anyways, meanwhile, the pandemic is still well within our sight, unfortunately, but also meanwhile there's just other things going around. Our new president just has been inaugurated, right? He's officially our new president with Joe Biden. But of course, we've had the crazy saga that is the GameStop stocks and the whole short selling and squeezing and stuff like that. We do talk about on the Hypecast, the most recent recording, which I will get that out there. And I did my best to explain what was going on with the whole short selling thing and what it is and how it works and why. But the why is definitely the hardest part. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, the investors and the big boys, the big guys, I mean, are just downright greedy and just downright dirty. Let's just put it that way. And they pretty much got what they deserved. They had it coming to them, and this is what happens when the sort of the people exploit the system. And whoa, what do you know? They don't like it, so they're trying to do their darnest to get that changed to their liking, to try to regulate things to so it's to their advantage, essentially. It's always been run by them, essentially, and they did whatever they wanted to. But now, you know what I mean, like, their system is used against them, and bam, look at that. Revelations, man. And there's so many like more people now interested in these certain things because of the power of the internet, man. A lot of people are still taking this sort of power for granted. This great form of communication just goes across so many people, and those are the people. It reaches to the people who would be willing to shake the system, to rock it, and to essentially like pick on the big guys after doing some research, of course. And I don't know the current situation of things right now, but I think they're still holding, right? They're holding their stocks, their shares, or whatever, so that the longer they hold, the more money the big guys are losing. Essentially, that is the idea of things. But some people are bound to just get out, get their monies, and take care of themselves, like paying off their debt and credit cards and all that stuff, their outstanding sort of bills and all this stuff. It's and not to mention they helped their parents' like mortgages and stuff like that. I think the very most recent story that I picked up was like a lot of Nintendo Switches were bought so that the kids at these hospitals can get them and stuff. This big donation drive was happening so that the kids can get in on the whole Nintendo Switch. So I think that's pretty cool, if that is true, of course. But ideally, yes, that would be pretty cool, if that did happen. But anyway, there's just a lot of stuff that happened, right? It's definitely still we're in that period right now. A lot of things are rampant, and it's crazy. It's crazy what kind of era we live in right now with all this. The whole tech revolution thing and all that stuff, and really is coming around, isn't it? Anyways, regarding to me, I mean, I'm not really into the whole stock market thing, but honestly, I think it would be at least a learning experience if I were to take some of the next stimulus check and invest into something, right? I don't know where, but I'll definitely try to look around and stuff like that, and maybe ask some people and such, and we'll see if that comes to fruition, and let's see what kind of results that I get, and it's not like there's a limited time of holding these shares for whatever. You can like cash out anytime you want, whenever the stocks or the worth goes up. So that is definitely the idea anyway. But anywho, after I came back from YouTube, but anyway, after I made my comeback from my break, there definitely was some things that I wanted to put out there, which was, when it comes to games or anything like I actually got quite a bit for this month. First off, it was my birthday. This January was my birthday. I'm past 30 now, so it's crazy. Definitely just that much older now. But I treated myself, and I actually decided to make a comeback to Pokemon cards, as some of you may have seen already on this channel, of myself opening some Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes on this channel. I still have some stuff coming around. I just opened Darkness Ablaze on my stream, so if anyone wants to check those out, those streams, and try to get some online codes from me, because I just give them out right then and there. It is on twitch.tv/hawk525. That shameless little plug for myself. But anyway, that is definitely something maybe you should check out if you want those online codes, as well as kind of see me how I do with my opening the packs and stuff like that, how I do on those polls, and it definitely is a good feeling to come back into. There were some things I did definitely feel like I missed out on, like Cosmic Eclipse. That would have been a nice set for me to try to like collect at some point, but now it's like super mad expensive, but I've been hearing rumors about it being reprinted, so definitely I would like to get on that if I do manage to have a budget still. But if they manage to get those reprinted at a time like this, you know what I mean, there definitely is something I would like to experience, just to kind of catch up on things that I missed out on. On top of that, Pokemon cards, man, it just seems like they're harder to get than ever at times, because people have set up bots for those things, and like the official Pokemon website, Pokemon Center set up like an anti-bot thing, right? But it goes a little too far, I think. I have experience being blocked and then get unblocked after a couple of hours, right? Because, well, what do you know? I'm not a bot, and it definitely, for some packs, or for some series anyway, it's tough. I've been trying to get myself Shining Fates, and no luck, man, so far. It's been difficult to try to get that one. Really, that's like the one I want to get, at least for like, I don't know, a couple of trainer packs or whatever, trainer boxes, I mean, because I already have a pre-order on the next one, which is Battle Styles. I have a box for that pre-order, and hopefully that comes legit, of course, from one of the TCG player vendors, right? That's where I got my pre-order from. And also, not to mention, I did pre-order a elite trainer box of sorts from that same series as well, that's coming up. So the only thing I feel like I am sort of missing at the moment is Shining Fates, and yeah, that thing is getting scalped out the butt. A trainer elite box is going for how much was it? It was like one box can go for like 120, which is crazy, because the MSRP, the original price, is indeed $50. That's of course the ideal pricing anyway, but scalpers gotta do what they do, I guess, to run a business. So I definitely don't agree with that. But hey, it's bound to exist. They're kind of like shoes, you know what I mean? Like, people love to scalp those shoes because they're pretty exclusive, right? They're pretty limited at some point, so it becomes a collector's item. So it's the same exact thing here. They're bound to be out of production at some point, right, for whatever series, and that becomes valuable at some point, collectible, same nature. So, but it is fun to just break open those packs again, that feeling, right, of getting those cards out and see what you get, that whole sort of experience. I did miss that for a while, and the reason I kind of just fell out of that is just simply because of what was happening, during the pandemic, right? You just not sure what budget you really have and stuff like that. Things were really shooken up, right? Of how I was able to manage my money, right, after paying the bills, of course. But it really was hard to kind of gauge of like how much I could do and stuff like that. And also, I just really thought it was really costly, but I just learned that, I just have to have a limited budget and just accept it and run with it, right? And accept the fact that, I'm not going to do this like every single time. It's not going to be a sustainable thing. It's a hobby for the most part. So whenever I have something to spare, I'll definitely put in some Pokemon cards and open them for the fun of them, and for whatever cards that I really want, I'll just buy those single cards, right, from TCG Player and such places like that online. So that is pretty much the plan anyway. I just have a budget and I just go with it. Sometimes whenever something extra comes, that will only add a little more to the pile, right? But I would like to prefer. I would like to try to aim that more towards the games that are coming out, and of course the ones that I really do want to play. In this case, this month would be Persona 5 Strikers. I want to definitely get my hands on some sort of like Musou game, right? It's been a while, and I love Persona, so hey, what do you know? That is a match made for me. So definitely I would like to get on that. But anyway, Pokemon cards, kind of wrap that part up. Essentially, it's a hobby, so you won't be seeing it all the time, and there will be a point where I'm not gonna be opening Pokemon cards for a little bit, right? Just because, you know, there are times where it is hard to get, or you know, my budget is just kind of somewhere else, right? I have priorities for something else, that sort of thing. So there will be a time where those kind of videos won't pop up. So, or those streams, I should say. Essentially, what I do with the videos is just edit them, chop them up to like different parts, and just throw them on to YouTube, essentially. And that's something for you to like put on the background or something like that while you're doing something else, like gaming or drawing or something. I don't know, art, whatever it is you guys love to do, and just have some sort of like video in the background, right? That's kind of what I do essentially. So that's why maybe that idea maybe would transfer to other people. So that's why I just put them out anyway. They're not that hard to put them out. It's just, of course, the hardest part is getting the cards, getting the packs. That is definitely the most difficult part in that sort of process. Anyway, yes, Pokemon cards are kind of back for the most part, but just know that this is a hobby, so it's not going to just happen every single month, right? There will probably be some dry spells, but, you know, I would like to, you know, prioritize a little more, more of that over something like, you know, gacha stuff, like mobile game stuff. You know, I've come to kind of really, I'm probably going to make a video about it, but, you know, essentially here is that I'm kind of done spending money for gacha games for the most part, unless it's like the guaranteed stuff, like for example, you know, in Fate Grand Order, the GSSRs. Those are the only times I will put money in, because of course it's a guaranteed 5-star source. I can try to get this particular unit from this particular class, right? So that's definitely the smartest time to, like, you know, put money into. Unlike the other banners, right? So I'm pretty much going to be running on free-to-play gems and all that stuff and tickets to really get the one unit that I want for this year, which is Demon King Nobunaga on Fate Grand Order. And whatever is left over, I will use that for the summer banner. So whatever free gems I can collect, as much as I can, I will try to pull as much as I can with the summer banner. So that is my plan of things for this year, at least. Not gonna really try to pull anything too much with actual money, unless it is the guaranteed banner. So that is my plan for that, and I will prioritize the rest of that for Pokemon cards and, well, games and stuff like that. So anyway, for my free spending money of things. Meanwhile, I've had to get some other things, you know, besides the Pokemon cards, of course. You know, that was like for me to treat myself, right? Because, you know, it was my birthday. Anyway, I had to get myself a new shock mount for my mic. The threads on my old one just got worn out, so I couldn't tighten it, essentially. That means I can't, you know, position the mic however I wanted. So, you know, I just went and looked for a shock mount that would fit the current mic I'm using, which is the AT2020. The older one didn't exactly fit anyway. It was just kind of like a more generic one that did work, but it was more generic, so therefore didn't quite fit the AT2020 with the filter on, like the pop filter that you can like sort of wrap around, you know what I mean? It got too bulky, I guess, so it didn't quite fit too as well, but it did still was a snug fit, I guess. But yeah, the problem, unfortunately, was the screw that tightens up the shock mount. So that got loose. The threads just were disintegrated, you know. And yeah, I had to get a new one. And this one looks kind of fancy. It's like kind of bulky, but I guess it does the job for the most part. It does fit the AT2020 a lot better, even with the filter on there. So I am pretty happy with it for right now. Let's see how it performs and how long it lasts in comparison to my old one. So we'll definitely see about that. Meanwhile, I don't know. I've been oh yeah, I did get myself a teleprompter, which I did use for the Cyberpunk review that I put out for January on his channel. Actually, it really is. It really does wonders when it comes to like the more professional, quote unquote, review videos that I like to do. I'll definitely incorporate that more. I do really like it for the most part. For my reviews and stuff like that, and I actually try to use that for more of my informative videos. So I should have used it for something like my how the Genshin Impact pity system works, sort of thing. Definitely could have used that at that time, but you know, I don't want to take the time to like write the script and stuff like that. So you know, it's just one of those things, and you just wanted to like try to talk about it, but it is hard to talk about it in like concise wording. So you know, I'm sure people have those moments, you know, they just want to get on the camera and say something, but you don't know how to say it in a more like very concise sentence, right? Or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever. But anyway, I would like to use more of that in the future because it does work. It's from Newer. It's like one of those like companies that do make these accessories for a lot of camera and video stuff, video equipment. And this teleprompter, how it works is pretty much like it's like a two-way mirror, and one of the sides reflect your smartphone. Your smartphone is the essential part to run the teleprompter or the teleprompt, excuse me. And your script goes up and down, whatever, depending on how you want it, and and you just read it off the reflection of things. So and of course you put your camera through the little like cover or whatever, and then the mirror doesn't reflect what it's necessarily like whatever is in front of it, right? It just goes the camera, whatever the camera sees, it can go right through it of said reflection, and you can see me instead of seeing like the wording or whatever up from the teleprompt. So it's really neat. It's like a miniature teleprompter, so it's not like a big bulky thing, and it does well. I use it for the entirety of my Cyberpunk review with some ad-libbing here and there. You kind of tell when I do it, but point being though, it really works for what it is, for the job it's doing. And yeah, I like to incorporate more of that. So actually, one of the better purchases, I would say, when it comes to something that's related to the YouTube channel. Anyway, anything else that I bought for myself? Not so much when it comes to games. There's no games out for this month, so that's why it was like kind of easy to get back into Pokemon cards, right? Because there was no games at the time for me to buy. So I just spent most of my budget on that, and so it was actually quite a bit though, because I did give myself a couple of like booster boxes and quite a bit of like trainer boxes, and right now I do have my order of the tin boxes just came in not too long ago, which I will open those for this coming stream, and along with a trainer box that I have for Vivid Voltage. So these tins I think are pretty good, because hopefully they'll have the pack that I am looking for, which is like I think it was Unified Minds or something like that. I think it was the V Power tins, right, which has either Score Bunny, the whatchamacall, the other starters, right? You know, those are other starters. Forgive me, but anyway, Score Bunny is one of them definitely. So there's that. But yeah, that's really all I can say on top of my mind when it comes to like the stuff I bought and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, real life stuff when it comes to like work and stuff was a little slow. I just thought of it as like a thing, you know, during January, where, you know, January is the time of ad revenue being like the lowest, right? Because all the other companies have to account their revenue and profit and all that stuff, their numbers, right? So that's why they have to focus on that, and the revenue of things is the lowest at that point. So that's sort of how I sort of try to think of it that way. So it would soften the blow a little bit. That's all right. I actually had money saved, so that's why I treated myself to that. So, but anyway, the work that I received was small though, but the one of them was like pretty difficult to work with. As someone who does work with Panda Global or Panda now to get videos out. But anyway, it was quite slow that month, unfortunately. But when it comes to like the warehouse stuff, I actually went ahead and not work there, but instead put my paid time off for the majority of January, pretty much the entirety of January, excuse me. And I'll probably do the same for February, just so I can like stay safe from the coronavirus, like absolutely, because there are some cases going around and stuff like that. So I'm not just talking about the warehouse, but just in general, like the number of cases was going up. So I just wanted to just really absolutely stay safe. So I took advantage of my paid time off to do that. So that was pretty helpful for what I was going through during the first half of January. So but again, I just wanted to emphasize that I'm okay. Talked to a few people about what transpired right into January, and I do feel better now. It's gonna stick with me for a very long time, I know. So I just might as well try to move forward and just do what I love doing. So which is to make videos for the on this channel and anything related to that, but anywho, I guess we can just go right into what we did for the channel for January. So I put out a video relating to Genshin Impact. I pulled for Ganyu, right? And what do you know, I got Ganyu because of the pity system, right? Came into the rescue. I got Ganyu, right? Funny enough, I did pull more enough to trigger another pity, right? Which was the soft pity at the time, which is the 50-50 pity. And with that, I got myself C1 D-Luke, or for the first Constellation D-Luke. I mean, I can't complain, of course. He's good. Just that I prefer to get new units like Mona and stuff like that, or catching, which I don't have just yet. But oh well. C1 Ganyu would have been really nice too, but at least I got Ganyu. I'm really happy with that. She does a lot of damage even with the stuff that I have on her, like the artifacts that I have on her. They're not the greatest, but she is still doing a lot of work on my team, so I've been using her quite a lot. Anyway, very happy with Ganyu that I got her, especially. I think the on the topic of Genshin Impact, probably gonna just do a couple of 10 summons, right, for the Xiao banner, and that's really much it. I don't want to try to trigger the 5-star pull and get Xiao and reset the pity there. I'd rather put my eggs into the basket that is Hu Tao. I'd rather have Hu Tao than Xiao. That's just my personal thing. Anyway, so we put out a video I put out a video for that. I also put out the video, as I mentioned, the Cyberpunk 2077 review. Really, I did a more streamlined format, so it's kind of like an in-between. While yes, you do see my face, but not necessarily with the green screen. Didn't really find any good backgrounds, in my opinion, for Cyberpunk, right? And also, I just wanted to make it a little easier for me to just do it, right? Setting up the green screen can be a bit of a hassle and just takes more time. And also, there was a factor of like the energy I had at the time. I was still relatively more on the lower side of things, so didn't want to just expend that much energy for that. Probably do the same for the next review, right? But depending on how I feel after that, I'll try to bring back the green screen and have myself stand up and stuff like that. And we'll see about that though. Anyway, that was something I am really glad I got it out there. You know, Cyberpunk was definitely something I did wanted to put my time into, not only for the game itself, but of course making a review about it. I did make a video about myself looking at the gameplay video for Cyberpunk from 2018, making a comparison with the final product, which was another interesting video to make, you know, because I forgot to say I managed to get myself a standing desk right at the end of December, I believe, which basically allows me to either be standing up or sitting down while I do my editing. So it's like a big part of a desk, which you just plop it on top of your desk, and you just it has these like gas springs, so you can just move it up and down after squeezing a lever or whatever, and you just go up and down with it, however high or low you want it, and it helps with making it into a standing desk essentially. I think for the next time though, maybe I might have said that in the last channel update, but anyway, point being though, you kind of see that in the video, which is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's probably the first time you've seen something from my standing desk, right? Which is a different camera shot on the face cam in that video. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. I do like the whole like sort of healthy practice of standing up and down, stuff like that. The problem is that, you know, people have to remember that just standing up isn't going to be healthy itself. It's changing positions. So whether you're sitting down or standing up, you're going to put pressure on something, right? When you're sitting down, obviously you're going to be putting pressure on your legs, like the underside of your legs and your butt and whatever else, right? But when you're standing up, you're putting pressure on your heels, your feet, right? And you definitely don't want that all day, right? So that's why these standing desks are pretty handy. You can go up and down. They're very flexible, right? They're very adaptable to your needs. So that's why it's very handy in that sense. So I did really like that aspect of it, and definitely will continue using it. Hopefully it'll last for a long time. Hopefully. After that, I managed to do a number of top 10 or top whatever videos. I put out the top 10 best games of 2020 for myself. I'm very happy to get that out there. Although funny enough, I have to mention during my break, even though I said I did want to take a break for 2 weeks, just about, for the YouTube channel. You know, I can't help it. I'm making like scripts and ideas and stuff like that. On the future videos that I want to make at some point, and definitely top 10 whatever best games was definitely one of them. So I typed that out and made the video happen after I came back from my break, along with the Cyberpunk review as well. I was just writing the script for that one, along with the top 10 disappointing games of 2020. Same thing, same process. I can't help it, man. It definitely helped me kind of get through the tough time. That's just the kind of person I am. You know, I always want to kind of do something relating to that. But anyway, that was that for that batch. We did come back with the first episode of the Hypecast of this year. We did a year in review and stuff like that. We talked about a lot of things on in that particular episode, and then we definitely did a reaction video on Godzilla vs. Kong. Very excited for that one. I'll definitely take a watch in the comfort of my home once that comes out in March. Definitely looking forward to that. I did put out, very random videos of the glitches for cyberpunk here and there, including the one that's like this arm that was just like shaking around on the wall or something like that. It was very gross, so I kind of I just thought it was funny to just put it out there. Also, Hawk Talks put out the first episode of this year with what Nintendo is doing, you know, my theory on that and stuff like that, and you can check that out maybe after this. But anyway, I also put out the like I said, the Pokemon card videos. I put those out there, kind of like that comeback, you know what I mean, to Pokemon cards, opening up some Champions Path. Those are fun. I like those. I like the polls that I got. Yeah, that's pretty much it for January of things. Yes. So anyway, now what we have coming up for this February, definitely I would like to try to get started on the review for Persona 5 Strikers, right? Because I am going to be playing it for that month. Try to do more Pokemon card videos. I do still have some products to break open, so the pollings will definitely continue to happen. Hopefully I get Shining Fates, but you know, I'm not trying to cross my fingers too hard on that one. We'll see about that. Anything else for any videos? Nothing really pops into mind. Oh yeah, I would like to do a top 5 movies of 2020. I do have some movies that I would like to talk about. In fact, I actually recorded it, so I just have to get around to editing that and get that out there hopefully for February or soon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it that comes to mind. Other than that, it's gonna be some spontaneous, hopefully some fun videos for me to do. But yeah, you know, definitely can't wait for more Pokemon cards for me to open. Hopefully for me to get. Hopefully I can get Shining Fates. And yeah, I'm pretty much set for the first 3 quarters, right? I already went through quarter 1, and then now we can go to quarter 2 and 3 essentially when it comes to Pokemon cards. I do have those on lock pretty much. Other than Shining Fates, that's the only thing I feel like I'm missing. So hopefully I get that. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. This has been my channel update for February of 2021 and the look back on January. And so thank you guys very much. Again, really appreciate if you guys can like and subscribe and hit the bell, of course, and leave a comment. Anything, any feedback or any comments about maybe sort of ideas you want me to do. I know it's kind of hard to do like those gameplay videos with like the guys from We Have Fun, just cause, you know, the pandemic, of course, and they've been kind of trying to get through life, so I just don't want to bother them too much about it. So that's why those kind of videos are definitely hard nowadays, right? Besides, you know, the fact that, you know, we kind of just like grew up and drifted away from that as a whole. But you know, I'm still around. I'm still making videos. So, you know, if you have any ideas for whatever video that you want me to do or what I could do, drop it down below, and I'll definitely take a look at them and consider them. You know, take note of them and see if it's something I can do or not. So, anyways, you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys as always, and looking forward to February, and hope you guys do as well. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.